For these sourdough discard s'more cookies, we're gonna need a few staple pantry ingredients. Butter, brown and white sugar, egg, sourdough discard, flour, baking soda, salt, chocolate chips, chocolate chunks, graham crackers, and marshmallows. To start our sourdough discard s'more cookies, we're gonna add the butter and the sugar to the mixer and cream it together. If you don't have a stand mixer, I've got another video showing how to mix this same cookie batter by hand. And I'll leave a link in the description for this video. Butter and sugar together, and then we're gonna put on the mixer with the paddle attachment, and we're going to cream this together. Once the butter and the sugar is fully mixed, it's time to add our egg. And we're gonna add this whisked up a little bit to help it incorporate quickly. Once your egg is mixed in, I like to scrape down the sides of the bowl just to make sure that it mixes fully. Scrape down the sides of the bowl. You should have a pretty good mixture at this point. This will just help it come together a little bit nicer. And then we're gonna keep mixing until this is in. While this is mixing, I'm gonna add the baking soda and the salt with the flour. Next, I'm gonna add the sourdough discard with the butter, sugar, and egg mixture. Get in the sourdough discard. And then we're gonna mix this until just combined. You really don't wanna overmix at this point. Once the discard is fully combined, scrape down the sides of the bowl. And we're gonna next add our dry ingredients, our flour, baking soda, baking powder. And I'm gonna do this on first speed, and you really have to watch it because you don't want to overmix it. By hand, it's a little harder. It's very easy to overmix on the machine. Once everything's fully mixed in, I'm gonna add our chocolate chips, and we're gonna mix this until just combined. Now, I can't stress this enough. You definitely do not want to overmix this dough. So what I like to do, two things. One, remove the bowl, finish it by hand. If you're doing a large batch of cookies, it's very difficult. The other thing I'll do is on first speed only, we're just gonna sort of pulse this. So we're gonna turn it on, and then off. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna mix it in and incorporate without really working the gluten. Once your chocolate is mixed in, we're gonna remove this from the mixer, and the extra chocolate, marshmallow, and graham are going to be a garnish to make these cookies really shine and look absolutely stunning. I'm gonna scrape down the sides of my mixing bowl and try to get all these bits and pieces off of here. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scrape everything into the bottom of the bowl without working it. We're gonna place this in the fridge for about 30 minutes to rest, allow the gluten to relax before we bake it. While it's resting, I'm gonna turn my oven on to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, get all this cleaned up, and I'll see you in a half an hour. My cookie batter's been resting in the fridge for about 30 minutes, and we're gonna scoop our cookies. This recipe makes 12. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna scoop them, place them on the tray. We're gonna bake them for 13 minutes at 350 degrees, remove them from the oven, place the chocolate, graham cracker, and marshmallow on top, put them back in for 2 minutes, and then broil for about 20 seconds just to color up the marshmallows. Kind of like a real s'more. Cookies just came out, they smell amazing, almost finished, but we're gonna put the garnish on top. So we're gonna put a couple pieces of chocolate, graham cracker, and of course marshmallow. So what you're gonna do is take a few pieces of chocolate, some graham cracker, and then I'm gonna place a little bit of marshmallow around the cookie. Okay. And this is gonna melt all over, get super delicious, and look awesome. Sourdough s'more cookies are out of the oven, and let me tell you, they look amazing. I knew they were gonna be good, but I'll be honest, they look even better than I was expecting. The marshmallows are starting to brown, the chocolate's oozing out, the graham crackers crunchy. I absolutely cannot wait to eat this. I'm gonna let them cool for a moment, and then I'm gonna put them onto these cooling racks underneath so that they don't steam on the bottom. This sill pad's also perforated, so if you have one of these ones, you can just slide it off like that, and that'll let enough air in to cool them down without them getting soggy on the bottom. This one, however, I'm gonna have to move them. So I'm gonna grab a flipper and we'll get them off the tray. For these ones, we're gonna use a spatula, and I'm just gonna take them off and put them onto the tray. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps my channel grow and other users find me. For now, I'm gonna eat. Mmm.